Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol VEON. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame, and does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious, but I will anyways. A very brutal day from a price action perspective, and then you factor in the fact that the chart has not had this amount of volume for a very long time. A lot of eyeballs on this one, so I want to map out some levels of support and then talk about some areas of resistance. So the first area of support is pretty straightforward. I mean, as it stands right now, the bleeding today stopped during the final 30 minutes right down there at 305. Again, each one of these candles represents 30 minutes. So finally at 305, there was a bit of a bounce. Obviously, one of the valid questions going into tomorrow is, yeah, it did bounce here a little bit, but is there actually any sort of true strength, or is this just a little temporary pause? Like you had a little pause there on that bounce. This bounce right here had a little temporary pause before things pick back up, and the bears keep on pushing downwards. Your guess is as good as mine. Although the one thing to keep in mind here is that there was much bigger volume here on this candle. So to have this sort of volume where, yeah, there was still selling that showed up, but the bulls did show enough, power to be able to bounce the price up here a little bit. Am I saying just because these sorts of dynamics happen, this thing's for sure, bouncing tomorrow? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying is it wouldn't really be totally shocking to see the bounce or to see the price do some sort of bounce. And remember, a bounce is not the same as a reversal. Can a bounce turn into a reversal? Yeah, absolutely. But one stage at a time. And that first stage is always just, well, first off, stabilizing and then bouncing and then reversing. So in the event it just wants to stabilize, this will sound kind of counterintuitive, but even if tomorrow the price just goes sideways, I would consider that still quite bullish. You may be thinking, well, geez, that's setting the bar kind of low. You're calling just sideways price action bullish? Yes, but you got to keep things in context. And what has been happening right here? The price has been getting absolutely hammered. So to go from getting hammered to at least just going sideways, again, that doesn't guarantee it's a bottom, but it's at least a step in the right direction. So that'll be definitely priority number one going into tomorrow, and then early next week is just getting some sort of stabilization and then seeing if the price can bounce. Now, in the event the price does actually bounce, the key level of resistance that stands out to me, if there's going to be any sort of worthwhile momentum that gets generated, right up there at $3.17. But that's going to be the only level of resistance I talk about for that reason we've already discussed. Right now, in my opinion, top priority is just stabilizing and trying to get some sideways price action. So we'll see if the bulls can get that done or not. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.